Hi guys, this is my ETL demo. I'm using AWS Glue for this one. So I already have like a couple parts done already, but I'm gonna start over and show you guys how to do it. So basically we wanna go to RDS first and make ourselves like a database or an instance, create a database. I already have one, so what we're gonna do is create a database here. MySQL, make sure it's free. Make sure this one is DBD2 right there. Down. You can be any name you want. And then your login, which can be anything. Just make sure it's the same password. Yep. Next. Public access is yes. It can be anything you guys want there as well. 3306. This is the version of the SQL. And then right here, make sure IAM is enabled. After that, you should be good. You can turn that off if you want. It just makes it so you can edit it later and then just create the database. Once the database is created, you'll be prompted with this screen right here. This will not say available. It would actually say setting up, and then it's going to go into backing up, and then it's going to be available. The setting up period does take a little while, so while you're doing the setting up period, you can probably do your roles. To do the roles, just simply search up IAM here. I already made my roles too. I'm only a couple steps ahead. From here, roles. This is the roles I already made. Create a role. And then from here, we're going to be using Glue. Next permission. Now we're going to be finding the roles we need. First role is going to be this one right here. After that, search up Glue, console full access, and service role. Now search up Amazon. Actually, hold up. So RDS actually. Amazon RDS. This one. And the next one, just search up S3. It should be this one here. Next tags, next review. It should be all of these right here. Admin access, this, and that. You can just name it whatever you want. After that, just press create role, and you should be prompted with this screen right here. This is the screen I already made right here. It has all the roles that I need. And after this, we're gonna go ahead and create a bucket. Switch up S3. I already have a bucket created as well. So put create bucket, name it whatever you want. Next, should be good here. Next, good as well. Next. Yep. Okay, so that was right. So after that, what we're gonna do is basically upload our SQL file. I deleted the bucket I just recently made because I already have one right here. So click this, and I already have my SQL here. So pretty simple. add files, find a SQL file that you made, and use that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure that the VPC is self-referencing, because if I'm correct, AWS Glue requires that. And to do that, we're just going to go all the way back here. You guys should have the DB instance all good now. Somewhere here. So we're going to click this right here. Now that we're here, add new rule, custom, all traffic, copy paste, add a rule, HTTPS 443, nope. This should be good. Yep. Make sure this one, or at least one of them, is this one right here. And that should be good. Nope. So after editing it, after getting those two error, yeah, I basically just did this. What I had to do, I just looked at the video that Professor showed us, and basically I switched up the first two columns, and from then on it was all the same thing. Other than that, it was good. Now we gotta do the same thing for outbound. Add rule. I actually copied the wrong thing here. 1 second. Okay. This should be good. Yep. So that should be good for our security group. Alright, so this should be good. Go back here, click VPC. Click this one right here. This one we want. Should be that one. Yep. I had to check if this one's it, but this should be it. Create endpoint. Close. And there's our endpoint right there. After realizing I had an error in my bucket, I was uploading a SQL file rather than a CSV file. I went ahead and fixed it just so I'm able to use Glue and be able to use the CSV option it has. Okay, now that I have my JSON file here, like I said, I was stuck on adding to JSON path, but after doing a couple of research, my JSON path is that right there. That basically, this is where it starts, and like whatever is inside is what is like the data or the table, and you can name it whatever you want. Now to make a database with crawlers. Where is it? I mean table with crawler. There you go. and click next. For this one, I'm just gonna name it exactly what Rain named it. And you click next. Make sure this is run on demand right here. After you make the crawler, just run it. It might take a couple seconds, but it's all good. So I actually had an error here because I used Rain's name for the crawler. I was actually supposed to use my bucket's name for it. So this right here is Rain's name. I'm supposed to use my bucket's name, so it's supposed to be S3. I'm supposed to use this on it. So I'll be back. I'm gonna create another spider. Okay, so I'm back. Basically all I had to do was edit it. To edit is simple. Click this, and there should be like little pop-ups here, or tabs. Just edit where you had a mistake on if you're following my instructions. After that, run it. It should be good if you copied the one from here. If that's the name you use for this one, you shouldn't have the error from before. You go to tables. It should have all this here. So check if it worked. Yep. Throw in there. So you go to connection, just basically on same place, add connection. You should be in this window, RDS East 1, JDBC. So before we do this, because we don't really have this URL yet, we're going to go straight to our SQL, make a connection, host name, and basically where I got this is from here. Oh, where is it now? Here we go, this one right there. So one second. Okay, I just had the wrong password. Should be good now. Yeah. Go ahead and create a schema. Alright, so basically the JDBC URL is just JDBC, those MySQL. Just basically follow this, and at the end put the port, which was 3306, and then the name of the database. So this one, or the name of the schema. So click the one for VPC, click the one from earlier. Subnet should be any of them. And then actually click this one. I forgot this was the one I chose earlier. There you go, Launch Wizard. Yep. Next. So go ahead and test the connection. Test connect, click test connection. This test connection. My connection was not working, so I had to do some backtracking, and basically what I found is an error in one of my endpoint. And basically what happened was that it wasn't, I guess, connected to one of the subnets, so I had to remake one of my I had to remake this endpoint. This one is not the one I'm using. This is the one I guess I just made. And after connecting the endpoint to the subnet, I ran the server and worked. So now it's time to run the job. Job. Well, because I have 3, I'm only gonna do 1. Because this is only a demo. Because this is publisher. Oh shoot. Actually, the name for this, I guess, is for this one. Takes a while. I'm gonna skip. There you go. My ETL just finished running. Succeeded. After that, you go back to Visio, and then if you refresh this table, you should see a new table, which is this one right here. Putting this line of code in. Run. And there it is. And that is my project. I don't really know how to show that I loaded it other than in here. Because, I mean, Chardio's not working. Or I don't have a company email. So I guess that's the end of my project. Thank you guys.